Alright fellas, welcome back to another episode, and today I'm going to show you some of my favorite baits to use during the summertime to catch shallow bass. Now during the summertime, everybody's out there on the ledges trying to catch those deep fish. Granted, you can go out there and catch some very good bags out deep, but what I'm going to talk to you about are the fish that aren't targeted as much, and that is the shallow fish. There's always going to be fish shallow all year round, and just as there will be fish deep just about all year round. These lures, there's actually 5 of them that I have for you guys, are what I use to catch my shallow bass during the summer. You can actually catch some pretty good fish doing this. Now it wouldn't be summertime fishing without a top water bait, and in this list I actually have 2, and the first one is the good old buzz bait. I've actually, on this one right here, it's a War Eagle, I think it's a 3/8. They got a gold blade with the black toad. The toads are, they've come in more recently, and what it is, it's something easy for those fish to key in on. I usually keep it simple. It's either going to be with black one or a white one. I like black, especially on when I'm fishing summer, because sometimes when I'm fishing, the water will be a little bit more stained. It'll be a little bit darker, and those fish can see that because it's a little bit darker. And also, you'll be casting this underneath docks, keeping it underneath docks and underneath lay downs, and it's just, you know, a little bit darker area, and it'll be easier for those fish to see. The second one on the list is also a top water bait, and this one is for, you know, that thicker cover, those grass mats and everything, and that is a hollow body frog. This right here just so happens to be a bronze eye popping frog. You can use a popping frog, you can use a walking frog, you can use they got those shad styles now, so you can use anything like that, anything hollow body that kind of imitates a bait fish or a frog or something on top of the water. And also weedless, so you can go through those lay downs and those grass mats a lot easier than you can with like a buzz bait. Now next, you can use this, technically I count it as one, but you can use this 2 different ways. You can flip this, or you can use it punching grass mats. Grass mats is probably one of my number one way, or fishing grass in general, is my number one way of catching fish during the dead of summer, just because it has more oxygen for those fish to go to. And a beaver style bait like this one right here does tremendous, you know, has those appendages that flap through that water, and it's just something that those fish react to whenever you pitch it into next to those grass or next to those lay downs or anything like that. You're going to hear that a lot whenever I talk through this video, because bass, when they are shallow during the summer, they want to be in the shade or somewhere where there's a lot of oxygen. So they'll be near the grass mats, they'll be underneath docks and lay downs, underneath grass mats, anywhere that has shade and a lot of oxygen. That's where those fish will be keying in on. So you make sure you want to stay in those areas that have a lot of lay downs. Kind of, I would say close to deep water. You know, there's deep water access pretty close by, and most importantly, oxygen, which will be grass. So if you can find grass, that's where you'll find your fish. Now the next one is a little bit of a more finessey style. It's actually very finessey, and that is a Wacky Rig Cinco. I actually have this on like a 1/16 ounce wacky hook weight, or whatever you want to call it. This bait right here, I've never really caught anything huge off of it. I have caught some decent fish off of it, but it is more of like just getting a bite kind of bait. And it also, like say for example, if you're, you know, you have 3 fish in a live well, you can throw this around for 30-40 minutes, and most likely you can finish out your limit if you are fishing in one of those tournaments. And last but certainly not least is something for you crankbait guys out there. That is, I'm actually stuck by it right now, and that is a square bill crankbait. This square bill crankbait is very good during the summer, mainly because of that bill. That bill allows this lure to deflect off of trees and stumps and dock posts and everything like that. Now granted, you can't really fish this through grass because of those nasty treble hooks right there, but you can fish this kind of around scattered grass that is not so thick. You can pop it through the grass, and you usually cause a reaction strike like you would in a rattle trap, you know, early spring when there's some grass out, or late fall. But those are some of my favorite lures to use during the dead of summer if I'm not going fishing deep. If I'm going fishing deep, you know, I'll be using all kinds of other stuff. I actually made a video last year on what I would be using if I was fishing deep. If you guys want to check that out, make sure you check it out. I'll leave a link down in the description. But yeah, just run over it again. Got a couple top waters, one of them being a buzz bait with a toad on the back, whether it be black or a white toad. a frog or a hollow body topwater of some sort, whether it be popping or a walking action, a Wacky Rig Cinco for those really tough conditions and get those finessey bites, a beaver style bait for punching and flipping, those grass mats, those lay downs, those docks, and once again a square bill for the shallow water cover, those brush piles, those lay downs, those docks. And you can't really fish it around grass, most of you know that. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media links down below. And until next time, catch 'em big.